opportunities, and they just lost that battle of attrition, right?
Yes, sir, indeed. And, you know, having those few tanks get caught out early, never going to help your team in a situation where every single tank counts. You know, this is the semifinals. Winner plays Bulba in the finals, so you want to make sure you bring that A game every single map. You know, players not playing to the caller's call is potentially going to hurt them, and we've seen that hurt Simp there at the start. You know, players getting soloed out by themselves. So hopefully Simp can curb that and bring it back here and give us a little one-on-one.
Interesting to see what MAHOU does here on attack. At the start here, they're splitting their forces about 50-50 south and north. Simp doing much the same. Actually, Simp has got a little bit more in the north than MAHOU does there.
They're sending those mediums down south.
I like that.
They're going to have those eyes down south in the mediums, so...
Mediums can't really snipe from the hill without being lit anyway. I like MAHOU's choice there to use E5s instead. Because when E5s have elevation and they're looking down on the enemy, the Captain's Hatch doesn't present as nearly as much a weak point as it does when the tanks are on equal terrain. I think it's a good choice there. E5 sniping on the hill. The IS-7's moving up towards the cap. We've got some mediums sitting there in the Northridge area. They're going to do some work. Simp opting to spread out between both caps there. I imagine what's going to happen here is MAHOU's going to try and do some sort of like feint, where they're going to feint going one direction, Simp's going to consolidate there, and then they're going to try and rush mediums onto the other cap. You see a big group of mediums, at least 3, for maximum cap speed, both in the top and the bottom of the map. Just some shots being exchanged here between the guys on the hill and some of Simp's forces, which are hull down but cut out.
Yeah, and Executus going for that arty shot on the E5 up on the hill. We've seen that one just give him a slight haircut, though. Give him a little buzz on that cupola. Not connecting with him, though. But Sock Senpai does know he was getting lit in that situation as he was trying to trade fire with the E5s, sitting here on D4. So being lit in that situation, knowing Arty's looking at you, pretty scary. You know, typically you want to move away from that. Give another angle of fire for yourself. But they're going to be picking up some damage on Tomio, as he's going to get caught out there offering up his lower front plate. Both teams just feeling each other out, trying to get that Arty into play. As last match went very quickly, that Arty kind of wasn't effective in the situation. Just a lot of really good focus fire went down. And looks like Magenta going to be trying to creep up here to get better lights on what's going down on this 3 line. Magenta going to take a shot at the E5 of J-Smooth. J-Smooth going to return one, but not going to be able to penetrate, as we heard the sizzle just dinking off the side of that turret, as he's got a little mark to prove the battle scar. He's going to go home with a medal, specifically one for Wargaming, as if he doesn't have enough achievements on his profile. But E5 still trading shots here, as we see the Arty actually land, picking up 852 on Sock Senpai. You keep hanging out there, buddy. Executus said he's going to hit you. So these guys both in a good position to provide fire, but getting easily penetrated as they're getting hit in the cupolas, lower plates, Arty coming at them, just everything. Firing on them. Simp trying to get some HP lead. And we see IS-7's taking some damage here from the mediums in the north. So
Potato taking another hit from those IS-7s. I don't know if those IS-7s peeking there is really worth it for MAHOU at the moment. You want to be preserving the health on your heavies as much as you can for the main engagement. Sure, you can use those guys to provide some lighting information, but they shouldn't be trying to shoot. You should be letting the guys that are on the flanks and the high elevation do the shooting. Kawaii Desu Wally, he's gone in and under. It's going to be interesting to see if he's able to make anything work there. He's got Magenta Panda following him up. They're going to put some light pressure on the north there. We got J-Smooth, who's a one hit there with his buddy Waisu Ignorant.
Yep, and Kawaii's going to be moving in here, knowing that there's a weak E5 that's only a 13%er. But Kawhi going to be able to put a shot on that 907. 907 was still looking at the rocks as soon as Kawaii came around the corner. Gonna pay for that one. Need to watch his game a little more. Executus landing a shot in that arty piece. Once again, doing all that he can do on defense. Trying to help his team out as the IS-7 of Kawaii gonna be going for the kill on the E5. Gonna pick it up, 291. J-Smooth not able to react and
the first
put a shot out.
5 minutes into the battle.
Yep. As MAHOU now has 3 minutes to potentially cap out or wipe out all the SIMP vehicles. SIMP playing on defense right now. Admiral MacG getting dropped down to 3%. All these E5s just losing HP here and there. As we see the cap pressure come in. 644 shot coming from Reptile. Unloading on Tomio. As now Bubble going to be getting caught out. Losing that full HP advantage he once had. He's going to get triple tapped.
Down in the south of the map, right, we've had Simps 2 mediums gang up, and they've killed one of MAHOU's mediums. They're now coming up to put pressure on Gesai and Baby Dragons. That should, that's going to wrap up the south. I think that Simps going to easily wrap up the south. That's going to trigger a big push from MAHOU in the north. They've only got a little bit of time in which they can pull this off before the south, having been lost, becomes a major problem for them, and they start getting shot from behind.
Reptile landing another shot. Both arty pieces getting some really good damage in this game as micro engagements happening everywhere. We'll have to check out the heavies as they're going to be getting flanked very shortly from Ural in the 140 as the E5 and 62A is going to poke over, take out Bubble. Now Ural, he's going to be behind a few of the enemy players. This is going to be very clutch for MAHOU and that he's going to be taking quite a few guns out.
Admiral MacG is going to...
Ural shooting at Northern tanks. 2 players on cap now, a very weak IS-7. Ural's got to be careful that he doesn't get taken out because he's got 3 players of SIMP moving in on him very quickly. SIMP with 2K down on the HP pool, but they're trying to make a comeback as best as possible. One-shot tanks are everywhere, scattered throughout the map. Tankerino on Flankerino, gonna get pushed with that 1%, gonna go down to Magenta Panda. Invade and Tomio trying to hold it down. 1 minute 14 seconds left. No way for MAHOU to cap out. They need to hurry up and clean up these SIMP guys. As we see Reptile coming in with the kill on Tomio. Reptile being very effective in that arty piece this game. Now they have the
There's
issue
only a
of
minute left in the game. MAHOU's not going to be able to kill
they
them
need
all.
a tri-cap.
They're on cap.
All right.
You've got to cap it out.
Oh,
this arty
and
piece,
there is a reset.
He could be the deciding factor.
Executus got the reset in, but it's not going to be enough as 32 seconds left on the cap with 3 people.
Not only that, Kawaii, well, he's probably going to spot him and get a shot on him and make him panic.
Now,
before the cap out completes.
Executus has a potential to get another shot off as once he did get a reset, he's going to get taken out, so nice play by Kawaii. Now Executus...
Shifty's taken out. Flaky might get a reset from the hill. It definitely could potentially happen. He's going to make it just in time. He's going to have about a second to make the shot.
All players hiding from the hill. They're protected by this mountain. So SIMP unable to defend MAHOU, picking up game number 2. In a very close game at that. Executus almost clutching the game. He would have had a reload for another shot had they been lit. Now, there's no way that SIMP was going to be able to light that cap, so Executus would have had to gone for a blind shot. And assuming, the best possible situation there, you'd have to shoot in the same position. As we've seen, the player that did get reset did not move.
Executus and Useless Reptile, the 2 arties of